What is up, everybody? It is week 8 of the NFL season. Big Bet Bros back at you on a Saturday, no, Friday morning. Um, bringing some more action to you. So excited to have you in here. It's crazy that we're already halfway through the football season, and things are going still pretty well. So got a lot of action for you guys this week. I know Hunter's ready to roll. He's got an awesome slate worked up. And yeah, still working on mine at the moment. I'm kind of doing what Hunter did last week. Hey, if you guys were with us, though, the last couple of weeks, you've done well. You've done well. We ended up pretty much even last week. I was 4-3. Hunter was 3-3. But we're rolling some, we're riding some pretty good momentum right now. So we're excited to give you guys some more stuff. And yeah, Hunter, what are you thinking about this week, man? Week 8. Can you believe we're here?
Week 8. Yeah, it's crazy. We are nearing the halfway point of the season. Also, we are nearing the ability to go live on our Big Bet Bros Facebook page because it's almost 60 days. I thought maybe it was 60 days, so it's got to be very, very close. But something I thought was interesting last night, Thursday Night Football, the streak or the effect kind of continues for teams that play the Detroit Lions. They don't do so hot the next week because of that physicality taking a toll on them potentially. And what I mean by that is the Minnesota Vikings got upset majorly by the LA Rams. And the theory that I've heard floating around this year is that, when a team plays the Detroit Lions, the following week they have a hangover. And, I don't know if that had much merit, but I kind of continued last night if that is something you believe in. So really, really good win for the Rams to kick off week 8.
Yeah, it was a good win. And getting Puka Nacua back, Cooper Kupp back, they were both very, very good last night. Dude, I'm an idiot. I forgot to pull Puka off my IR on my fantasy team. So he's sitting there on my bench with pretty nice night. So I could have definitely used him. Yeah, man, I think the Rams are going to get back on track. Like I think now the Stafford's going to have his weapons. Defensively, they're pretty solid last night too. But anyway, that was a good one. Did you bet that game last night?
I bet a Puka Nacua touchdown, and I actually fell asleep before he didn't end up scoring a touchdown.
He didn't? I swear he did.
No.
Thought he did. Okay.
Well, I fell asleep before the game ended, and I woke up, saw the score. I was like, "Oh, they scored like 40 points." So I was like, surely he got in, and it was like Demarcus Robinson got in twice, Cooper Kupp got in once, and then what's the running back?
Williams.
Kyron Williams also got a receiving touchdown. So just not the best luck, but hey, that's touchdown betting. So anyway, I did, however, I did hit a really cool parlay this past weekend. I don't do parlays very often, and there was like a 33% boost on the Tampa Bay versus Baltimore Ravens game. And in my mind, I thought, hey, there's going to be a lot of scoring in this game, which there ended up being. And I bet Derrick Henry touchdown, Mike Evans touchdown, and Bucky Irving touchdown, and those all came together and assembled, and a $5 bet won me like $55. So it's pretty awesome.
There
Anyway,
you go.
yeah,
Dude, and first of all, great job on the parlay. Second of all, round of applause for Demarcus Robinson, former Chief. Dude,
I know.
good for him. Good for him. And he was like running some real wide receiver routes last night, not just the, stuff he used to do here.
Yeah.
Yeah, good for him. I was happy to see that by him. Anyway, man, hey, let's get started on Sunday Monday slate. And man, this is an interesting week, okay? Because, we talked on the last couple shows about the public being on a roll versus Vegas. And it has continued. Like, it's continued. Vegas has still not dialed in like they normally would be. Like they got whooped again last week, and they continue to have that happen. So obviously, the money, okay, Vegas they always win, right? They always win, okay, in the big grand scheme of things. So these lines are going to be dialed in a lot more at some point, and all the public is going to absolutely get steamrolled. And when you look at the lines this week and you look at the spreads, it is, I mean, every game is in the 90% something one way or the other. All right. So this is going to be an interesting week for people to bet because it's going to have to be, you're either taking the favorites with big numbers or you're going to have to look deep inside you and be comfortable with going against what the public's saying and taking some of these underdogs that you don't feel good about taking. All right. But that's how this has to go. It's how
Absolutely.
this has to go. How it has to go. So anyway, first game. Let's start with it. We got the Baltimore Ravens at the Cleveland Browns. And we have Deshaun Watson out. We talked about last week how that had to be his last week. I did not think it would be because of injury. I thought it would be because they would just end up pulling the plug. Jameis Winston is now starting. So we have Baltimore Ravens, 8-point favorites on the road at Cleveland.
Okay.
What we doing, Hunter?
I'm taking the Browns +8. Feels absolutely terrible. Like Dusty just said, absolutely terrible. The Browns are awful. The Ravens are on fire. They look like, they've returned to their normal regular season form where they look unbeatable. And not only unbeatable, they're going to beat every team by 2 touchdowns plus. But I'm taking the Cleveland Browns here. Whenever the Browns get super, super embarrassed, they typically rebound pretty well. I think the fact that you had all the drama last week with, the crowd booing their quarterback, the crowd was cheering that the quarterback got his Achilles popped. All the players are really pissed off about that. I do think that Jameis Winston is going to provide a temporary boost to morale and just he's going to help out the locker room. I think he's a very talented quarterback. And the Ravens, I don't think are going to have a lot of time to prepare for that variable compared to if Deshaun Watson was still playing. So this is a very risky pick for sure. It does not feel good. And betting the Browns in big spreads has bitten me more than once this year. But I've also won a couple of spreads betting the Browns. So I'm doing that, even though it feels absolutely awful. Browns +8.
Browns +8. No, I'm with you, Hunter. And yeah, it doesn't feel good. I think Jameis Winston, we see quarterbacks come in all the time, and it's a temporary spark. They'll rally around him. I think that, being at home, the Ravens are rolling. They're absolutely rolling. Lamar Jackson is freaking – we've talked about every week how awesome he is. And then he goes out the other night and just maybe has his best game of the year. But you got to go Browns +8 here if you're going to play the game. We're going to play it. We're going to take them plus the points. So mark it down. Browns +8. Both of us.
Hell yeah.
Next game, we got the Tennessee Titans on the road at the Detroit Lions. Lions are 11.5-point home favorites. Ugh. This one just feels disgusting.
Yes, it absolutely does. What you got?
And I said last week that, I would never take the Titans again. I took the Bills minus the 9 against the Titans last week. I ended up playing the middle of that. So my pick was Bills -9. I took that on the pod. Then I ended up playing the mid and taking Titans +11 to hopefully get that 10-point spot. So I ended up washing on that. I'm not taking the Titans anymore ever again. They just lost DeAndre Hopkins too. They gave him away to a pretty good team, and I'm not touching this game because I'm not taking the Lions with that many points.
Okay. I'm not touching this game as it stands with this spread, but I will say I'm gonna tell you a teaser that I'm gonna do a little bit later on in the show, and this game is included in my teaser. I'm not feeling great about it, but That's what I will say. I'm including this game in a teaser. So
Okay. So no, neither one of us are on that one. All right. Let's see here. We've got next game up: Green Bay Packers at Jacksonville Jaguars. Jaguars are 4-point home underdogs. Got the Packers minus the 4 on the road. I like the Packers here. This is another game that the public is obviously all over the Packers on. I'm gonna modify this a little bit. I am gonna go Packers, and I'm gonna buy it all the way to 2.5. Okay. So my pick here is gonna be Packers minus 2.5. Just because. Okay. I do like them to win this game. I know they're on the road, but this is one everybody's kind of feeling like the Jags are starting to click a little bit after they finally did what they did last week. That was against a really, really bad football team. I'm taking the Packers on the road minus the 2.5.
okay, I'm not betting this game, just flat out.
Okay. What do you think about Jordan Love though? He's looking pretty good.
To be honest, man, I haven't.
Yeah, you just don't watch the Packers that much.
I really haven't had time to watch nearly as much football as I've wanted to watch, which kind of sucks because it's the first year we're doing the show. But I've just been so busy that I've caught the highlights on Red Zone and stuff like that. But yeah, I don't have a very good sense about what the Packers are like on the road. I know that they're a great home team. They got a really great home field advantage, and I do know that the Jaguars are one of the worst teams. So I like that pick by you for sure, but I'm staying away from it.
Well, here's another one that will get you feeling weird. We got the Indianapolis Colts at the Houston Texans. Texans are 5-point home favorites here. Week 1, this was a game that I played and you played, and it was, I think it was a 2.5-point spread, 3-point spread. And this is a game that you lost by half a point. I won by half a point. The Colts covered. It was like a 31-29 game. So they're playing again here, week 8. Indianapolis is on the road with Anthony Richardson. 93% of the bets are on Houston. What are you thinking on this one?
I'm going to stay away from it.
Staying away from it. Okay. Ooh. This is one where I'm very tempted to, especially if the line continues to move a little bit, really jump on the Colts plus the points. So, I'm going to stay away from this one as of now. I got away with one early, taking the Colts versus the Texans. I'm going to stay with that. But this is one that I will be monitoring again as the weekend goes all the way into Sunday morning before this kicks off at noon. All right.
Okay. Hey, by the way, wanted to just say this for anybody who's watching right now. There's about 4 of you. If you guys have any opinions on these games, just go ahead and drop a comment. We'll throw the comment up on the screen. I thought it was really, really cool last week. A friend of ours, Justin Day, he was like, man, I'm actually taking the Steelers in an alternate line. He was really, really bullish on the Steelers, and it ended up paying off. And I just really appreciated him sharing that on the show. And I ended up shooting him a message and just telling him, I appreciate it and stuff. So if you guys got an opinion on a game, like, for example, that Colts and Texans game, if you've got that in your bet slip, throw a comment. Tell us what you're doing, and we can address it and talk about it real quick. So I just wanted to say that.
Absolutely. Love it. Next game, New York Jets at New England Patriots. Patriots are 7-point home underdogs. I can see that smile on your face. What do you got?
I'm smiling because I want to bet the Patriots, but dude, I have to take a break from them. It's like a toxic ex, I just got to stay away. There's nothing good there for me. So I just got to put my mind toward other games. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So really, really, really want to take the Patriots right here, but gosh dang it, they have been absolutely raking me over the coals, even though in the first quarter of these games, they are coming out hot, 7-10 point leads, and then just, allowing 28 unanswered points, just stuff like that. I just can't, I don't know. I could also see people have been very, very hard on the Jets lately, rightfully so. I think the Jets are awful. I think Aaron Rodgers is washed, but this is one of the teams that they've beaten. This this is a spot where the Jets could rebound because the Patriots are that bad. So I'm staying away from it personally. What do you think?
Yeah, this was, I think, a week 2, week 3 game, maybe. Like they're playing pretty quick again. This was the best the Jets had looked offensively all year, and I think it was like a 24-3 win. This was a game where the Patriots couldn't get the ball past the 50-yard line. It was just absolutely ugly. Um, yeah, I don't like this one either. I mean, because I don't trust the Patriots to keep it within 7, but I also don't trust the Jets to go win it. Um, even though they did, like you just said, I don't like this game. This is another one. You got 93% of the money line on the Jets. Makes sense, obviously. And then you've got 73% on the spread with the Jets. So, yeah, I'm not doing it because I just don't feel good about taking the Patriots. So, not touching it.
Cool.
Okay, we got a good one here. This one, I feel like we got to play this one, man. We got the Eagles taking on the Cincinnati Bengals on the road. The Bengals are 3-point home favorites. You want to kick it off with this one? You want to lead off?
Yeah, I grabbed this line. I think it was either Monday morning or Tuesday morning at 7 a.m. I got the Bengals -2.5. This is my favorite. This is my favorite pick of the week. I think the Bengals have no room for error. I think that their offense is still playing great. I still don't believe in the Eagles. I still think they have some serious issues. Forgive me. Who did they play last week? Was it the
Giants?
Okay, Giants? Yes, they looked. Saquon Barkley
Saquon.
Saquon looked unbelievable against his former team. I will give him that. Still think the Eagles have terrible coaching, terrible morale. This is the part of the year where the Bengals typically eat. So the fact that I got them -2.5 at home, I could easily see them. I could easily see them kicking an Evan McPherson field goal to win by 3. At bare minimum. Obviously, it's betting, so you could always be wrong. But I really, really like this pick. What do you think, Dusty?
Yeah, I'm going 2 units on this one, and I'm taking the Bengals -2. Okay, I'm not doing the half point. Not doing the half point there. I'm going to go ahead and buy it on to 2 to be on that full number. Dude, I'm telling you, I talk about this every week. We see so many games now that are 2-point. They're 2-point wins. Like, and that 2.5 is an absolute killer. So many times with a team will be down by 1 and they'll have to kick a field goal, right? And so I like taking that 2, and I'm putting 2 units on it. Okay, so whenever we put out our picks, it'll have that. I agree with you. This is my favorite game of the week, and it's one that is not like the public is on Philadelphia, but you can see that there's enough on Cincy to give you some comfort knowing, okay, there's a lot of sharp money that's on Cincinnati because, like you said, this has moved. This has moved. Okay, it was at 2.5. You got it. It's moved now a little bit. What it's going to end up doing, I believe, is coming back. All right. So right now, I would say buy it to 2. I think this will end up being back to 2.5 by the time the game starts. So I'm telling you, sharp money is going to come in late in the week. So anyway, I love that pick too. My official one is Bengals -2. You keeping yours at 2.5?
Yeah, I'm going to keep mine at 2.5. I'm glad you pointed that out. I actually didn't. Now that you say that, there have been a lot of 2-point games that I've seen that came down basically a buzzer beater field goal, whatever you want to call it. Wrong sport for that analogy, but yeah, I really like that pick on your part. But I'm gonna stick with 2.5 because that is what's in my bet slip, and I think the Bengals should be able to win this handily. We'll see what happens though.
Yeah, and just so you guys know too, like I think people get caught up when they're looking at the game lines. Sorry, excuse me. When you're looking at game lines and you see -3 or -3.5, and you let it dictate like your feelings on certain things. You guys, we all have the ability to modify those lines, right? With every app that we use, we can pick something different. Now you're giving up a little bit, like you're risking a little bit more to win the same amount. But I want you guys to think about how close these games are. Like we talk about it every single week. Oftentimes, I mean, most of the time, when people are winning or losing a bet, they're winning by a point or two, right?
Or half a point.
So, yeah. So any advantage you can give yourself, yeah. Like if you're already going to spend the money on it, like it's like going and buying a new fishing pole at Bass Pro, right? If you're spending $40 on it, and you got one that you really want for 60, man, go get the $60 when you're already spending 40. Pay another 20 and get the one you really love.
I think a even better analogy possibly would be, let's say you found the pole of your dreams for $60. For $60, okay? And they say, "Hey man, do you want to add $7 product replacement insurance?" And you go, "Nah, I'm good. I'll be safe with my pole." And then you freaking break the tip first time you shut the tailgate, and you're like, "Gosh dang it, now I got to go buy another one." You just didn't quite take out that little bit of extra security because it cost you a little bit of money. That to me is what it's like if you're not willing to move a line. Which I'm talking to myself. I mean, you're hearing it right now. I took the 2.5. Dusty's taking -2. So it's not always bad to sacrifice a little bit of profit if it's gonna make you more comfortable with the bet. So just something to think about.
Yeah, and I hope I wasn't trying to like rip on you there. I was just giving my opinion on why
Not
I
at
do
all.
what I do. So
Yeah.
All right, so we're both on the same team there. You're on the Bengals minus the 2.5. I'm on the Bengals minus the 2. Next game up, Atlanta Falcons on the road at Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay is 2.5-point home underdogs here. This is another game that's not heavily skewed here. We do have 61% money line. Actually, yeah, this is all public. Public's all over Atlanta here. I'm gonna go ahead and take the Bucks here at home, and I'm gonna do that. And it doesn't feel good because they did just lose their best 2 wide receivers, and they absolutely melted down the other night after they lost Mike Evans. That was a perfect storm. I mean, they were up 10-0, and
Dude,
Baker throws a freaking dime to Mike Evans in the end zone. I mean, just perfect pass. Only reason Mike Evans doesn't catch it is because he messes up his hamstring, and it was just a meltdown after that. So seeing how they bounce back will be interesting. I do think Tampa's a good football team, though. I think they're a good football team. I think they bounce back. Now, here's something that is interesting here, and this line is at 2.5. The total is also at 46, which is an interesting number. We just talked about the point spreads. I'm going to go ahead and take Tampa. It's a lot. It's minus 102 right now at 2.5. Hunter, can you see what it is if you go to +4 on Tampa on your app? It's not letting me change it.
Tampa +4?
Yeah.
Let me check that out real quick. God, dude. By the way, I was so irritated. I was like, man, what a great call by us taking freaking Tampa in the spread against the Ravens. 10-0. Let's go.
I know we were rolling.
God,
well,
got smoked.
I mean, Lamar Jackson was absolutely incredible.
Yes, he was.
But that's what I'm wanting to do. And I know that's a 1.5 here, which is a lot to do. It's probably going to take it to about -140.
-151.
-151. That's too much for me.
Okay.
I'm officially on the pod. I'm not going to play this game. Okay.
Okay.
I'm not going to play. I want to, because I want to monitor what it does, what it moves. I don't like the 2.5 for what we just talked about. So I'm going to hang tight on that one. What are your thoughts on this one?
I'm staying away from this one.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
If I can get it under minus 150, I will probably jump on the Bucks.
Okay.
Um,
For me, the reason I'm staying away, I would love to do the Bucks as well, but with them potentially for sure Evans is going to be out, but Godwin may be out as well. I don't know if any news is broke on whether
he's out for the year, dude. His ankle snapped.
Oh, Godwin, snapped his ankle?
Mhm.
Oh, okay. I thought Evans
No.
had the worst injury. Okay.
No.
Okay. Well, they're not going to have either of those guys, and I mean those are like their two key pieces. So I'm just going to stay away from it. The uncertainty of it. I think there's better games to play. So.
Well, we've got Arizona at Miami. Cardinals are 4-point road underdogs. Tua Tagovailoa back in the mix.
Oh, okay.
What do you think on this?
I hadn't even thought about this one. I'm going to stay away from it. But if you're playing it, I would love to hear your thoughts.
I'm not. I got to see what Tua is going to look like. This is a pretty big mix as well. You've got really 50-50 on the money line, and you've got the Cardinals with 60% on the spread. So I want to see what movement happens here. This is one that I'll monitor as well. But as of now, with those numbers, if anything, what I'm looking at is the total too. Okay, it's at 46 as well. So we'll see on this. Hey, go ahead and go to your full screen, and I want you to break down this next game, the Bills at the Seahawks.
You want me to break it down?
Yeah, break down the Bills and Seahawks. Don't you love the Seahawks?
I mean, I kind of did at first this year, but I don't really have a good breakdown for the Bills and Seahawks.
All right. Well, we got the Bills on the road at Seattle, and they're 3-point road favorites.
Okay. Do you want to break this down? You want the screen here?
Are you playing it at all? It tells me you're not playing it.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, I do. I do like this game a lot, actually. But you don't need to be okay. So I like the Seahawks here. I'm buying it to +4. I think that the Seahawks have one of the best home field advantages in the NFL. They have for a long time. We just made bank on them last weekend covering at Atlanta. Now they come back home to the Bills, who have a spark with Amari Cooper. They got a number 1 wide receiver. I don't think that's enough. I think this is one. I think the Seahawks actually can win this game outright, and I'm jumping all over Seahawks here. Okay, so I'm taking the Seahawks. I just said the Bills can win, or the Seahawks can win it outright. I'm still taking them. I'm buying a point. I'm going the +4. That's my official pick. I don't know. I like the Seahawks. I think the Seahawks are a really sneaky team. They've kind of been up and down a little bit, but having them at home, being a road underdog, or having them at home, being a home dog, I love that pick here. If you're going to play it, I think that's the only way that you can go. If you look at the numbers here, oh man, yeah, the public is all over Buffalo, which makes me like it even more. So Seahawks at home +4, the official pick.
Okay.
It's 80% on Buffalo here.
All right. Yeah, I respect that, dude. I like it.
Okay. Seahawks +4 at home. Moving on to the next one, New Orleans Saints at the Los Angeles Chargers. Man, how in the world are the Chargers 7-point favorites?
I guess because
Saints.
who's playing quarterback for the Saints? Is it still Rattler?
I believe so. It might be Derek Carr, but Derek Carr might be back in. I don't think so though. I think it's still. Let's see here. Let's see. Yeah, it's still Rattler.
Okay. I mean, that would be why he did not look from what I saw, he didn't look comfortable or ready. Almost his highlights looked like Malik Willis the first time he got thrown out there on the field for the Titans a year or two ago.
Yeah. So here's why, though. Here's why I like taking the Saints here.
Okay.
I'm going to take the Saints plus the 8. Okay, so I'm buying a point, and you can get that at a discount because right now they're at even like even spread, right? Even money. It's plus 100 to take them at plus 7. So buying that to plus 8, even if you wanted to go plus 8.5, you're getting some good value there. Okay. Here's why I like it. The Chargers play like they're in the 1970s. Okay.
Yeah, it's a good way to
They
say
don't
it.
throw. They are not chucking the ball all over the yard. They have 0 wide receivers. I mean, they have wide receivers, but they have nobody good. They're playing in close games. They're playing in close games. So this is one of those where, man, even if it's a 15-point game, you've got a backdoor cover. That's a very big possibility here. The Chargers don't have a home field advantage. Yeah, I think the play here is definitely the Saints. So I'm going Saints plus the 8. That's my official pick. Sure, you don't want to play that with me?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
I like it. I respect it, but yeah, I'm gonna let you. I'm gonna let you take the profit on that one. I'm not gonna take from the profit pool. That's all yours, brother.
Okay. Saints plus the 8. All right, moving on. Chiefs at Raiders. Chiefs are 9.5-point road favorites. All right, you got to be able to break this one down, right?
Yes. Hey, by the way, are you writing your picks down this week on a sheet of paper?
Sure am. Got them right here.
Okay, you're keeping track of them. Okay.
On my iPhone 4.
Okay. Yeah. I am betting this game here. Let me see here. So I got it was Monday morning. I got the Raiders at plus 10. That was the spread that I got. I'm putting 2 units on this. This is the last team that the Chiefs lost to, was last Christmas. I do worry about this spread a little bit because I think the Chiefs are going to win outright, obviously, and they could very well blow the Raiders out of the water, especially since the Raiders talked a lot of garbage this offseason. Like they had the Mahomes Kermit puppet. They said that they had the recipe for beating Mahomes, all that stuff. But 10 points, I got to take Raiders plus 10 because 10 points is a lot. The Chiefs typically don't blow teams out. So against my better judgment, I'm taking the Raiders plus 10 here. I would love to be wrong. I would love to see the Chiefs win by 40 points and then, lose my money. But just going from a logical standpoint, I'm going to go Raiders plus 10 here. And yeah, we'll see how it plays out. But I don't know, Dusty.
Yeah.
What are you thinking?
Well, I'm not going to go 2 units on it but I am going to go Raiders plus 10. Here's the thing. Right when we started talking about how you can't take the Chiefs in large spreads, they've done it 2 weeks in a row.
I know.
They've won by double digits. And yeah, the Chiefs are rolling right now. And we just added DeAndre Hopkins into the mix, which is going to help tremendously, just be a body to fill in where Juju and Rasheed and those spots where they were playing. I do like I like the Chiefs obviously to win the game, but I always tell everybody emotional insurance because I'm a Chiefs fan. So if I win a little bit of money and the Chiefs were to somehow lose, I feel a little bit better. This way, if I take the Raiders plus the 10, which I think is a good chance the Raiders do cover this, because they do have a recipe, man. Max Crosby absolutely gets to Pat Mahomes. And
yes, he does.
There is a mutual respect there. I wish Max Crosby was on our team. I would love to have that guy. The quarterback situation in Vegas is bad. They obviously don't have Devontae Adams anymore. They don't have much going on. And here's what makes me scared to take this at all. I don't know how they score on us at all. Like, this is a game I could see the Chiefs shutting them out.
Like 20-0.
Literally. I could see us completely shutting them out where they do not score. probably won't happen. It's hard to get a shutout in the NFL. But I'm going to roll with you here. I'm going to take the Raiders plus the 10, even though it feels disgusting. I'm going to do that. So we're both on the same page there.
Hell yeah.
Next game on the board. Ooh, let's see. Carolina Panthers on the road at Denver. I don't even know if I need to say this, but Broncos are 10.5-point home favorites against the Panthers.
Golly. I mean, geez Louise. That's crazy to me.
96% of the money line is on Denver. 78% of the spread is on Denver. Yeah, I'm not touching this because I would take the Panthers if I did, and I don't. I doesn't feel good.
Yeah.
I can't. I like
yeah.
10.5 though. I mean, 10.5, giving them. Yeah, if you're gonna play this game, if you're gonna play it, which I don't know why anybody really would want to. It's not like this is a prime time type of game. Like you really care to watch it anyway. But the play would be, if you're taking it, it has to be the Panthers. I'm not doing that though.
Yeah. Yeah, to me, dude, this game's like a ball pit at a theme park, you know? Like, there's a lot more exciting stuff to do. So I don't know why you'd mess around at the ball pit. But if you want to, go with the Panthers. This is I don't know. I mean, I get that the Denver Broncos defense is playing great, but that's a crazy spread, dude. That is a crazy spread. I don't even think were the Commanders 10.5-point favorites.
I believe
think
so.
they were like,
I talked you out of playing it.
I think they were like a 9-point favorite. I don't even think they were 10.5, dude. So anyway, I think that might be a game where Vegas absolutely gets some profit back, but I'm not going to touch it. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. So
okay, all right. Chicago. Oh, Justin Day, $10 on the Panthers money line. All right, winning $39. So
here, let's throw that up on the screen for him. I like that, dude. I'll tell you what. Just because he's doing $10 Panthers money line, and this is an official pick for the show, I'm gonna go Panthers plus 10.5 spread. I'm gonna throw half a unit on it just because. Why not? It just some ugly money. How about that?
You're throwing a half unit on it. You're gonna waste $200 on that.
$500.
Come on, man.
$500.
Oh.
Yeah, $500. You know, I bring home that amount of money in about an hour. What I do for a living, so screw it. Let's go. Let's roll with it.
Okay. All right. Well, we got the Bears at the Commanders. This is a very, very interesting game. Bears are 3-point favorites on the road. The only reason right now is because Daniels is still questionable. I really want to take the Commanders here, plus the points. I'm not going to play it yet because I do want to see what happens here. I want to see if Jayden Daniels is going to play. His health, there should be, I would think we'll know a lot more today. Maybe not, but I don't want to play this knowing that he's not for sure yet. This is a really cool game, though. You've got the number 1 and 2 picks in the draft. 2 quarterbacks that have completely figured it out. Caleb Williams has come around. This is actually a big game. I mean, both of these teams I think are sitting at 2 losses. Let's see here. Let me double check that to make sure.
You checking what?
Yeah. Well, I wanted to see what their records are. I'm pretty sure both have 2 losses. What are you playing this game?
So this just shows my ignorance, how much I haven't been in the loop. So by the way, Bears are 4-2, Commanders are 5-2. This just shows my ignorance. I didn't even realize that Jayden Daniels was out. Just checked. Quick search says that he missed practice yesterday, Thursday. Outkick says that he's, there's an article, 5 reasons why you're not going to see Caleb Williams versus Jayden Daniels. So
you already picked him, didn't you?
I did. I took the Commanders +1 because I'm an idiot. Commanders +1. Let's go.
Okay, so just to say something here, because if people are watching this, they're thinking, how can these guys give us opinions
I
on
know.
bets and they don't even know what the hell's going on? What I want to say is that's actually why we're pretty good at it. I'm not going to lie. There is no overthinking by us with this stuff. I mean, the amount of times when we told you guys that we were starting this, the amount of times over the last 2-3 years that Hunter and I have had banter back and forth where he's texted me and I'm calling him 30 minutes before a game starts. And I'm like, dude, what are you doing? And he's like, oh, I didn't know that. And it'll still work out exactly like he thought. And it's kind of like the monkey. What's the example? The monkey picking stuff, right? And having a chance to like just as good a chance as anybody that's doing any kind of analysis. All right.
It's
I'm not
to
saying
me,
that's what you do on a weekly basis. I'm saying every now and then those games happen to you, and they seem to
yeah,
work out.
I'm the kindergartner that fills out the March Madness bracket based on colors and logos that I like, and I end up winning $100,000 from ESPN sweepstakes. You know, so no, but yeah, Justin Day's laughing at that. I know I'm an idiot. +1, it's in my bet slip, dude. I already put it in. I can't take it back now.
Well, it's in your bet slip, but you could make an official pick on the pod now that you have the knowledge. Because I still, even with that, I still like the Commanders plus the 3 at home. But I am going to monitor it. So your official pick is Commanders plus the 1.
Yeah, that's what I put my money on. It's locked in. It's been locked in for a while. So, gosh.
All right. So we got the Cowboys on the road at the 49ers. 49ers are 4.5-point home favorites here. This is one that's also disgusting because you have two teams that literally no one knows what the hell they're doing. Cowboys, that's not a surprise. The Niners, man, Chiefs absolutely dominated them. They don't have Debo. Well, I think they're going to have Debo back. He actually had pneumonia, which if there would have been a prop bet on that during the game, I would have bet that. They're like, yeah, he can't breathe. Okay, he has pneumonia. Anyway, Brandon Ayuk out for the season. Think they don't have Jawan. I'm doing the
Jennings.
Mike Evans thing that you did.
Jawan Jennings.
Yeah. So this is a game that I don't like. I don't like the spread at 4.5. I don't trust the Cowboys on the road. I don't really trust the Niners either. So I'm not playing this game.
Okay. I'm taking the Niners minus 4.5. Yes, I realize they looked terrible against the Chiefs last week, but every offense in the NFL has looked terrible against the Chiefs. The Chiefs have maybe the best defense in the league. I mean, Derrick Henry couldn't get more than 50 yards rushing against the Chiefs. I think the 49ers are still a playoff team at minimum. They're going to be wild card, I believe. Cowboys, not so sure. And typically, historically, the 49ers, as of late, have wrecked the Cowboys. So, yeah, I think Debo's going to be back. I think Purdy's going to bounce back. I actually like this 49ers minus 4.5. So that's what I'm rolling with.
Put Justin Day's comment up on the screen.
I did.
Please.
Here we go.
One. So, yeah, if you guys are watching this, Justin's the one that bought up, and he bought the Steelers last week at -2 whenever I think they were +2. Obviously, that worked out well for him. And his point here is really good. Marcus Mariota looked great. He looked great coming in for Jayden Daniels. So that's up to you guys. Take that for what it's worth. But yeah, I don't mind the pick here. I think 3 is a little much, but roll with it.
Hey, there's nothing like a veteran sitting behind a rookie quarterback to do some learning, to get mentored, you know? So good on Mariota. I didn't even realize he was still in the league until I saw some highlights the other day. But good for him, dude. Really good for him. He is looking good. So I love the analysis, Justin. And like I said, I appreciate you being transparent with your picks, because there's a lot of people out there on TikTok that just, you know, we'll pick one game that's wrong and they'll be like, wow, RIP. this is your downfall. And it's like, all right, well, that's easy to do once you see a game play out, but like you're actually throwing your picks up there. Really appreciate that. Love that. So thank you for the comment. Heck yeah.
Last game of the week, we got Giants at Steelers. I think this is a major overreaction to how Russell Wilson looked and how the Steelers looked. We talk about this all the time. Taking the Steelers as favorites, kind of a risky move, even though we just literally threw an example of someone buying them to -2. They were not a favorite, though. Steelers -6 at home against the Giants. This is maybe the biggest public game. This is maybe the biggest public difference, maybe besides the Panthers. You got 96% of the money line on Pittsburgh, 85% of the spread on Pittsburgh. The Giants just can't do anything offensively. And, I mean, that game, if you were watching it at all, them against Philadelphia, every time they flipped it over to that game on Red Zone, it was Daniel Jones getting sacked. I don't know if they are left tackles back or not, but they can't protect him at all. They can't protect him. They can't run the ball. I see why everyone's all over Pittsburgh, but I can't touch this game with it being what it is. So I'm going to monitor this one a little bit more. If this one continues to go Pittsburgh further and further and further, I might jump on the Giants plus some points. But Russell Wilson looked pretty good game 1. Can he look that good in game 2? We'll see.
Yeah, I'm staying away from this one as well. It's tough to take the Steelers whenever they're this big of a favorite. One more time. I want to look at this one more time here. Yeah, the Giants have really wrecked some of my weeks whenever they are underdogs by more than 4 points or so. There's been some picks that I've been very, very confident in, and they have done a backdoor cover. So I got to stay away from this one. Giants are not a good team, but for some reason they can keep the game close whenever they're big underdogs. So
Okay.
I'm staying away from this one. And with that, is that the last game of the week you said?
Last game of the week. Yeah. So let's recap these.
Hey, real quick.
Teaser that you got.
Yeah, I got a teaser. Realize this is what we call a square bet. Okay, this is not. There's nothing clever or super genius about this bet that I'm about to tell you. But like my brother pointed out, this is the week potentially where Vegas is a lot more dialed in with their lines. So I'm taking a couple of underdogs and I'm teasing them to be even bigger spreads. So this is 4 teams, and it's a 7-point teaser. I got the Tennessee Titans plus 18.5. They were 11.5 point favorites, 11.5 point underdogs against the Detroit Lions. 18.5. If Vegas has this spread dialed in, maybe that's going to hit. I've got Raiders plus 17. I already took Raiders plus 10 against the Chiefs, so even more cushion there by taking the teaser. New England Patriots plus 14. I already wanted to take them plus 7 or plus 8. So like that. And then the Cleveland Browns teased up to plus 17. So we got Tennessee Titans plus 18.5. Raiders plus 17, Patriots plus 14, Cleveland Browns plus 17. It's 3-1, so $10 pays 30, 100 pays
300.
300, yeah. So
there you go.
Yep. Oh, sorry.
Right, take us down.
That would be 2-1 odds. That would be 2-1 odds. I fill up that. So that's the teaser.
Okay. I like it, dude. Take us down your official straight up picks on your slate.
Okay. All right. These are going to be not in the order we discussed them in, but just for clear and concise, I'm going to tell you what I got. Cincinnati Bengals minus 2.5 at home against the Philadelphia Eagles. Las Vegas Raiders plus 10 at home against the Kansas City Chiefs. San Francisco 49ers minus 5.5. Sorry, minus 4.5 at home against the Dallas Cowboys. Washington Commanders +1 at home against the Chicago Bears. Cleveland Browns +8 at home against the Baltimore Ravens. And those are my official picks for the week. I just realized that I picked every single home team, whether they were a favorite or an underdog. So
There you
I don't
go.
know if that's good or bad, but
Did you say you took the Chiefs or the Raiders at 10.5?
no, I took them +10.
Okay. So I've got Cleveland Browns plus the 8 at home against the Ravens. I got the Green Bay Packers minus 2.5. I'm buying 1.5 there. Okay. I think that one could move a little bit, so you may not want to buy it yet, but I'm going Packers minus the 2.5. Bengals -2. All right. Bengals -2. Seahawks +4. Seahawks +4. New Orleans Saints +8. And Raiders +10. Raiders +10. Those are my official picks for week 8. 6 games. Hunter, did you have 6 games as well, or was that 5?
5.
Okay. All right. So 5 for you, 6 for me. We'll see how they pan out, man. We're both above 500. I'm up, 5 or 6 units on the season. You're up 1 or 2 units on the season. By the way, all of those picks, guys, all those results are on our page, so you can see everything we've picked. You also have every single video to go back and see what we actually said. So that's all out there for you.
Yeah, I believe Dusty is up 6 units on the year, and I'm up 2 units on the year. Make sure, if you guys are a fan of the show, make sure you're showing us some love on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. We're not on Snapchat, but yeah, pretty much everywhere that they're
X.
Yeah. So if you guys are a fan of the show, man, make sure you guys are following us everywhere. Be sharing with your friends. Let us know your picks. Let us know if we are helping you out with your picks. But other than that, Dusty, do you have anything else to share with the folks for week 8 NFL?
No, man, it's gonna be fun. I'm excited to see it keep rolling, see the Chiefs keep rolling, and hopefully we can pick back up where we had an okay week last week. It wasn't good, wasn't bad. So hopefully we just continue the momentum we had from a couple weeks prior.
Absolutely. And hope you guys are having a good fall out there. Personally, I'm loving this time of year. Football's getting a little bit more interesting because the stakes are starting to increase. The weather's getting cooler, and it's just a great time of year, man. I hope you guys are having a great time out there. So, with that being said, that is our Week 8 gambling show. Big Bet Bros, Hunter and Dusty. Let's see how all this stuff plays out on Sunday and Monday. All right. We'll see you guys next time.
All right, man. Everybody, peace out.